Hi there and welcome. Go ahead and find a nice cozy spot. Are you ready for a story? This one comes all the way from the United States, and it's a tale that's kind of whispered on the autumn wind. Let's dive in. Have you ever thought about that? What if a really famous legend wasn't scary at all? Like, what if a story that sounds just a little bit spooky is actually hiding a gentle, kind secret inside? Well, let's find out together. All right, so our story starts in a place with a very sleepy, magical-sounding name. This was a long, long time ago. I want you to just picture this. A little village kind of nestled in between these rolling hills and really quiet woods. Yup, this place was called Sleepy Hollow, and it was so peaceful. You know, the kind of place where you could actually hear the crickets chirping their sleepy little songs at night. There was this soft white mist that would just float around, kind of curling around the bottom of the old trees, almost like a cozy blanket. It just felt so calm and really magical. So, living in this very village hollow, and it was a school teacher, and his name was Ichabod. Now, he wasn't a big, loud person at all. Nope. He was actually really gentle, and he just loved two things: books that were filled with amazing adventures, and taking these long, quiet walks right as the sun was going down. Okay, so one night on one of these walks, you can just imagine the autumn leaves rustling around his feet and the big moon climbing up into the sky. Ichabod was walking home. The path was super quiet, until, all of a sudden, a brand new sound had just cut right through the stillness of the night. It was the sound of hooves on the path. Clip-clop, clip-clop. You can imagine, right? Ichabod's heart probably started beating just a little bit faster, like a tiny drum. But he took a really deep breath. He remembered to just stay calm and listen. And that's when he saw it. It was this dark shape, a rider on a horse, just moving silently through the moonlight. There was no other sound at all, just that clip-clop of the hooves. It passed by just like a shadow, and then, poof, disappeared right into the woods. Now think about it. Ichabod could have screamed, or he could have run away as fast as his legs could carry him. But you know what? He didn't. He did something really, really wise. He just quietly stepped behind a big old tree, and from his little hiding spot, he just watched. His curious eyes were just taking it all in. So the very next morning, Ichabod tells the villagers what he saw, about the shadowy rider. And they didn't look scared at all. They just smiled this really kind smile. Oh, they said, that's just our friendly legend. They explained it wasn't some scary ghost. No. It was just a story they told to remind travelers to get home safe before it got too dark, and to always respect the quiet magic of the forest at night. And you know what? Ichabod smiled too. It all clicked. He realized that because he stayed calm and just watched carefully, he wasn't really scared. Instead, he actually learned something new. He finally understood that sometimes things that seem super mysterious, they might just be there to teach us a quiet little lesson. Wow, what a wonderful lesson, right? Okay, so now it's your turn to explore some of that quiet wisdom from Sleepy Hollow. We've got a couple of really fun activities lined up for you. First up is our mirror activity. Here's an idea. Maybe tonight you could go for a calm little evening walk with your family, just like Ichabod did. And while you're out there, just for a moment, try closing your eyes and just listen. What do you hear? Is it an owl hooting, or maybe the wind whispering through the leaves, or even just the tiny chirp of a cricket? All right, and for our comment activity, we've got listen. What do you hear? Is it an owl hooting, or maybe the wind whispering through the leaves, or even just the tiny chirp of a cricket? All right, and for our comment activity, we've got a question for you. We're really curious, which do you like more? Do you prefer mysterious stories, kind of like this one? Or are you a fan of stories that are just happy and sunny from the very beginning to the very end? We'd love to know. And hey, there is no wrong answer. Okay, I think it's time to see how well you are listening. It's quiz time. Just a quick fun quiz to test your wisdom. You ready for this? Okay, question number 1. Can you remember the name of that quiet, misty village where our story happened? I'll give you a second. Got it? Yes, it was Sleepy Hollow. Well done. All right, next up, what was that surprising sound that Ichabod heard on his walk home that night? You've totally got this. It was the clip-clop of hooves. You're on a roll. And now for the final, and I think the most important question of all. What was the lesson that the legend of the rider was supposed to teach everyone? Yep, exactly. It was a reminder to get home safely before dark and to always respect the quiet forest. You are so wise. You did such a fantastic job with our story and the quiz today. And just like that, another story comes to an end. But you know what that means, right? It just means our next adventure together is waiting right around the corner. But hey, before we go, don't forget maybe the most important part of any journey, marking your map. Make sure you fill out your special passport page for the United States. And hey, if you had fun on our gentle little adventure today, please make sure you subscribe to Know Global Stories. We get to share magical, safe, and truly wonderful stories from a brand new country every single day.
Oh, wait a second. Hang on. I'm just getting some news here. Wow, okay, this is amazing. With this story, you, yes you, have just reached a huge milestone. The number is 10.
Congratulations! That is absolutely right. You have now completed 10, count them, 10 fantastic stories, all from the United States. That is just amazing, and we are so incredibly proud of you. Well done, fellow explorer. We seriously can't wait to see you on our next adventure. Bye for now.